Ladies and gentlemen, believers, highlinks, and everyone in between, I am your host, the Golden Warrior. And if you see this hat, that means one, the Cowboys got a dub last night when we really needed it. And if the Cowboys got the Seahawks, and if the Cowboys beat the Seahawks, take your shoes off. Hopefully your shoes are already off. Number two, also, if you hear my voice, that means this is The Strong Sheet. I'm your host, the Golden Warrior, a.k.a. Isaac Bell. With me, as always, is the ruler of all hosts, Donovan Cartwright, and the other man of the other hour, Anthony Pierce, my boy from way back when. We're still here together. How you doing, buddy? All right. All right. So, also, what's going on right now? There's a lot to cover. We got news. We got Wrestle Kingdom covered. We got to cover Wrestle Kingdom, which was dope. We got right now, Impact Homecoming is on right now. And as of right now, I will be giving updates of Impact Homecoming throughout the show. Because right now, Rick Swann is the new X Division champion. So, till then.
Can you fire this?
Yes. So, let's get this party started. I think Tessa and Ty are about to face off next. If they are, oh wait, no, they're just going through the matches. Anyway.
Hey, look, another regurgitated feud.
Seriously, though. It is regurgitated. Anyway, so with that being said, let's jump into the news. What do you guys got?
Tony Storm earlier this week. Can't leave dudes to fall out.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta find those.
Yeah.
There's nothing right about it. But anyway, she deleted her social media account due to the fact that a few fans were tagging her into photos.
That's a bitch move. I'm sorry. That's a bitch move.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fucking bitch move.
Her or the people?
The people.
Hey, I'll take offense to that. I sent Velvet Sky news of herself.
Well, then never mind.
Look, she was pissing me off because she keeps saying that her and Angelina Love are responsible for TNA's Women's Revolution 10 years before WWE did it.
I mean,
she's responsible.
It's not accurate, but it's not inaccurate. I mean,
so,
they were.
Wild, Gail Kim, Awesome Kong.
I'm not saying they were solely responsible, but that doesn't mean they weren't there. They were Impact Wrestling as a whole, including Velvet Sky and Angelina Love, were taking women's wrestling to a new level while WWE was in the Divas era. Is that inaccurate? Is that an inaccurate statement?
I don't think so.
Donovan, is what I just said inaccurate?
Yes, it's very inaccurate.
How is it inaccurate?
Because according to her, they started it.
Well,
her and Angelina started
I said they were there at the time. They were in Impact at the time.
She says they started it. There's a big difference in being there and starting it.
Okay, yeah, that's
according to Velvet Sky and Angelina Love started the Women's Revolution.
Oh, so you speak of Velvet.
Yeah, Velvet said Velvet started the women, and Angelina started the Women's Revolution. And it's not the first time because she did the same thing that Chris Holmes said, which is why he don't love her. I was actually on the line with E-Mine when it was going on. Hold your stuff.
Okay. Well, anyway, so continue what you were saying, Anthony.
So there's been a lot of conversation amongst fans, wrestlers, and everything else, what they are. A lot of support going out there for Tony Storm. My thing is, first of all, I expressed this person whoever leaves videos and everything like that, you deserve to be in jail. That is a crime. You deserve to take your time in jail. Now, this is something that we see happen too much in the last that Paige, that Charlotte, and JoJo hate me. I want to say Brand.
Shut up.
So how can they make sure something themselves? And this is something I was trying to have a conversation with. I was kind of like, it wasn't said that I was particularly changing, but it was like it was insinuating that I was changing the people when I was all those things. Look, it's cute to have a record, but at the same time, if the car is coming, you need to look both ways. You have every right to do what you have her store or what. Well, sometimes you gotta be aware of the time. Sometimes this isn't necessarily having to do with yourself.
I mean, I agree with you on the statement that because it is an invasion of privacy, it's a major invasion of privacy. The fact that, that there should be some kind of consequences for doing that. But at the same time, it's like, I feel bad for Tony. I really do. The fact that it reminds me, you remember, it's like, remember when you and me were in middle school? What's the one thing we always had encountered? Bullies, right? That's essentially what this is people who literally can't control themselves. They have nothing better to do than to parade in whatever shape, way, form, or fashion they see fit to get under somebody's skin. And unfortunately, in Tony's case, it worked because it didn't work, but she deleted all of her social media. So by doing that, she basically said she doesn't feel that she can have a voice anymore. And that's messed up. That's foul. And as somebody, like I said, and get on my soapbox here for a little bit, as somebody who's experienced that feeling of people trying to use, personal stuff against you to try and get under your skin, it's infuriating. So that's how I feel about this. It's infuriating that people really still want to resort to this. Probably adults want to resort to stuff like this. You're adults. Get over yourselves. By the way, the match between Ali and Su Yung versus Kiera Hogan and Jordynne Grace is on right now. So we'll see if my prediction of a Rosemary appearance is right.
Well, that's a great talk there.
Where is he?
Is he there?
I think he went on mute.
He must be able to be on.
His son, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's how I feel about it. It's infuriating the fact that we as adults still figure we gotta make somebody feel less than us in whatever means. It's not even just through bullying. It's just that somebody leaking their news. The fact that they would tag somebody in stuff like that is just petty. It's pettiness at its finest. It's foul. It's messed up. That's how I feel.
I agree, but I also won't lie. I think she's a very attractive woman.
I'm not good. That's a fair statement.
I mean, I can't say she's not an attractive woman. She is, but bullying her with it, like, okay, like, let me rephrase. I'm a hypocrite for this because I admit it. I did this to Velvet Sky, but it's different when somebody is kind of being an asinine jackass, and when you're just doing what you do, and people are just like, "Hey, you would be funny. Let's tag her in her own post." Come on, man. have some idea of common decency about yourself. Really, man, get a brain.
Or get a life. How about getting a life? You know?
Yeah, there's that too. Get a
Yeah.
brain, get a life, lay off the marijuana.
Yeah. Find something better to do. Get off the keyboard. Go get some fresh air. You know?
Maybe come out of your mom's basement every more than five times every 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Go get some exercise. That stuff outside, that's called air. It's called oxygen, O2. Go get some of it. You need it to live.
I don't like going this route, but I really do feel like the person that made this did this has to be one of those people that can't get it.
It's one of those people that what?
That just can't get it.
Oh, well, absolutely. Or even better, it's probably somebody who was scorned, who probably feels at some point they were scorned by Tony in some shape, way, form, or fashion. That's what I think.
It's sad.
It is. It's depressing. The fact that somebody thinks that this is okay.
No, but your TV's too loud.
So it's just pathetic that people think it's okay for them to go out and try to publicly embarrass about it.
Like there is.
I mean, let's be real here. What is Tony Stark doing to anybody?
Look good and entertain us.
There you go.
And do it well.
If anything,
Here's the one thing that might possibly be more Tony. The fact that now Tony Storm is at this point now with people know she is, so this might come back to at least give her an extra boost. Because now, look at what happened when Meltzer came out against Peyton Royce. I'm not talking about Billy Kay. Saying shit like this. How people came to her defense. And it led to a person. If that one was called Chelsea, that was something she got in this year. So,
I mean, the thing is these nude situations, WWE was kind of trying to keep that shit under the rug and people are steady putting it out there. People are like, they work, but now it's like they're just, it's happening so much now, like a lot of these people aren't like out there doing shit. They're being hacked, and it's been said, and apparently they still can't get a handle on this, even with their big team of crack sleuths. But the thing is that at least the publicity for this one can be spin because she's being bullied with it. She's not just out there, posting derogatory pictures that their PG fans can see.
yeah.
And this could go back to give her positive publicity as a speaker for the star, which they really haven't done in a while.
Yeah, they haven't really pushed that.
And that's why I think you're seeing a lot more bullying on TV.
which is just depressing. Because as a summit, like I said, I don't mean to keep getting back to the subject, but that's just one of those things that just really gets under my. Not a lot of things. You guys know me. You guys know me very well. But if there's one thing that gets under my skin really bad, it's that. It's fucking bullying. Not a lot gets under my skin, but it's that. Bullying definitely gets under there. It gets under there.
And it's wrestling. Wrestlers are bullies by nature. That's the part of it. Like, I'm not just saying WWE. I'm saying, like, just the mainstream storyline-based sports entertainment circuit. Heels are bullies in one way or another. Either they're bullies or cowards. Because really and truthfully, they're just starting to do it, but there really wasn't any depth in the heels. It was all dastardly heel guy who gets a sticky win.
Yeah, but now we're at like where no longer it's like now we're at a point where hey Karen just joined us. Now we're at a point where it's not even heels are not really so much as they're not really more bullies and cowards anymore. They're more sadists at this point. Some of them, depending on the person, depending on the heel.
Braun Strowman is a big bully face. Like
yes.
And Nia Jax is playing the biggest bully of them all.
Right.
Exactly.
That's literally how it
The
is.
whole point is I can just throw other women around and hurt them
Because I'm big. No, she's playing because I'm the biggest. I'm the biggest, and I don't mean this in the way it sounds. But she's saying I'm the biggest one here. Nobody is bigger than me. So because I am the biggest and nobody is bigger than me, I can do whatever I want. Unless you find somebody.
I'm related to the Rock, therefore I can do whatever I want.
Exactly. Exactly. Not only that, but like I said, I am nobody's physically strong. Nobody can physically match me.
Well, it's like Bad Luck Fale. He's obviously a bullet. We see that every time ring announcers in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you expect him to be a bully. Bully Ray, that's in the name. I mean,
Exactly.
wrestlers, heels are bullies. You have those bully gimmicks. They pick on smaller or lesser guys. They pick on the jobbers. That's not even that deal like that.
Oh, that was cool.
Don't even. Ryborg.
Right.
But really, guys, what I'm saying is like, this is wrestling. If there's wrestling bully, I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin was a fucking bully.
He did bully Scott Hall that one time on SmackDown.
He bullied a bunch of people. What the fuck are you talking about?
Scott Hall, DX. He bullied Vince. Yeah, he bullied Vince a lot. He bullied Vince.
Rock was a bully. I mean, the two biggest baby faces were bullies. That's what I'm saying. There's that dynamic in wrestling. There's the bully dynamic. Hell, the Bullet Club were nothing but a bunch of fucking bullies. It's like a fucking street gang beating your ass constantly.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. But what I'm saying is that, there's that, and then there's what this douchebag did.
Well, whoever you
Now,
are,
the person,
well,
whoever's hacking these accounts and getting this stuff, they're not posting this shit for the rest of them. I mean, they're not releasing these leaks to be harmful. But in this case, some individual decided to take this shit and be a bully with it. And these leaks are a problem because it can hurt your potential wrestling career. Because we're in a still PG-13 era where you have to have a pretty squeaky clean back. And a lot of these women have more or less been in some form of type of even if it's for personal use. And that is the truth. I mean, when Zelina Vega was a victim of it, I mean, I'm not saying anything. I never want to see that video again. I never want to see that again. But shit happens. And when the fucking porn came out about Nikki Bella, that was terrifying.
oh my gosh, can we not revisit that? I would great.
I am not revisiting. I am not going into details about it. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. And bringing up Alexa Bliss's history. I mean, obviously she's done some stuff more in recent times. But the fact is, this shit is coming out, and they're not going to be. Apparently, they're just not going to stop the leak. But this shit right here can be stopped.
Ali.
She's been around wrestling for a while. She's been a star all over the world. And she's now been prominently featured in a branch of WWE. And she's being bullied on social media with shit that someone else hacked for her.
Yep. By the way,
This is a lot worse than anything that anybody else has done. It's okay.
yeah. By the way, Ali and Su Young defeated Jordan Grace and Kiera Hogan. So
we're both married.
I know that's literally what we're waiting for. I'm anticipating it right now. They're bringing out a coffin.
So I'm watching it. Shout out
Also, thank you for go ahead and prediction. Rosemary's in the coffin.
Yeah, that is. I said before this. I said Rosemary's going to show up in some shape, way, form, or fashion. I don't know how. I just know she's going to show. So that's what we're looking at.
She's probably going to be in the coffin, and it's going to mark her return. I think.
Probably. Well, like I said, I've been following her on Twitter, not stalking her, following her on Twitter. Her knee brace is off. She's moving around a lot better on it. So, like the last thing I saw as far as that goes, she was on doing a leg press without the knee brace. So, and oh my gosh, it's her. She showed up. She has the knee brace on though, but she showed up. Called it. I called it.
I just called it literally live.
I actually called it first.
I didn't know. I called it for weeks. I've been calling it for weeks. I said it for weeks.
You also said she was going to show up on Impact too. So.
That is true, but still, I said she doesn't show up at Impact. She's going to show up at Homecoming.
You said before, but
No, I said either. She's going to show up at either.
Was she in the coffin?
She was in the coffin, yes. So I'll give you that. She was going to be in the coffin, and Allie is in the ring. I love her face paint.
Oh yeah, she looks wonderful.
Rosemary's face paint looks terrifying.
Dude, I love Rosemary.
Yeah. She's also...
Is this more like Rise Demon Rosemary?
No. This is Impact versus Rosemary. Rise Demon Rosemary is nothing but heel. That's all. She's all heel, and she's exclusively in Rise. They don't mix the universes. If they do, the universes would explode.
No, what I mean is this more like Rise Demon face paint?
No. No.
I haven't seen a lot of her Rise stuff.
Her Rise stuff is gold. Allie looks
she's
like...
exclusively a manager there right now. Too.
Yes, she's only managing. She used to wrestle.
So she can do that with a hurt knee all she wants.
Yeah, she can manage. She leads a heel stable called Paradise Lost. Allie looks shook.
Okay, so yeah. Anyways, Anthony, do you have any other news?
Yeah.
I apologize.
I brought this up last night after we were watching Priscilla Kelly.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Had a match with I think her name was Tuna.
I think that's what her name was.
First of all, her name is Tuna.
That is her name, Tuna?
Tuna.
Okay.
I want to say her name was Tuna. So I guess we're getting the Rosemary Allie feud.
Oh yeah, we're getting. I think this is the first time Rosemary and Allie have feuded since Smash. They were in Smash Wrestling together when they were Courtney Rush and Cherry Bomb. And we all know, for those old enough, remember, or watching wrestling long enough, remember how that went. It was said it was one of the best feuds in Smash Wrestling at the time. It was actually the main feud in Smash Wrestling. Like that, like everything was not driven around that, but it was a pretty big deal. They had classic matches. They had a steel cage match where they almost killed each other. They had no DQ matches. They were feuding for months, like 7 months. They were feuding.
Priscilla Kelly Tuna thing.
Oh yeah, continue, Anthony.
Priscilla Kelly had Tuna on the chair. This is at a bar. I need to preface that.
Yeah.
This was at a bar.
There was no ring. They were wrestling, but no ring. I think. Yeah, there's no ring.
Yeah. So she had her in a chair, and she reaches in her sunglasses and pulls out a used tampon, all these things, and sticks it to his mouth.
Yeah, that was I saw the video as soon as Imai posted it, and I was shocked, to say the least.
Man, there's been so much craziness going on in here, from the R. Kelly foolishness to the Thomas going. Now this. Now look, I have to say, personally, this is not something that I would be a fan of watching, because that's a little bit too much for me. But Like Ozzy and I have been saying this whole time. Somebody like it. Somebody like it.
Oh, by the way, the current. Oh,
Because, you know, if anybody has for this situation to happen, Jim Cornette has to.
oh yeah, he's been all over it. Jim's been all over this thing.
So I'm about to reach.
He's all over it. So
All right, here we go. Anyone who calls themselves a pro wrestler yet defends any stupid thing they've done with telling their fans is fake anyway. Male or female is a piece of, yeah, it should be boiled in oil. And it should be boiled oil and have the fat sold for soap. These maggots or the carcass of the business is disgusting.
that was the most like old school thing I've ever like insult I've ever heard. That's how you can tell he's telling his age. Oh, hey Jamie, how you doing, Jamie? Yeah, Jim Cornette is telling his age with what he's saying, with the way he worded that. Oh, by the way, it's Moose versus Eddie Edwards in a Falls Count Anywhere match right now.
And so, these are some of the stuff that I've been seeing. It was just like, first of all, I have to say this. I feel like there's been a little bit of there's been some hypocritical moments here in this situation. Because let's be real here. We can find different moments in history where things it may not have been that bad, but they have been on the same lines of what happened between the two. Let's go back. First of all, let's start off with Joey.
Oh yeah, let's start off with this.
Good old Joey Parker.
The King of Dong Style.
The King of Dong Style.
There's I think, by the way, I don't mean to cut you off, Anthony, but there's a video about how about the style of Dong Style that on Joey Ryan's YouTube page. It's not a joke, it's real.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Yeah, Joey Ryan is explaining what Dong Style is. It's on YouTube. So
We have that, and fans love Joey Ryan in the day between his flex and getting a life out of his trunks and sticking it 3 times.
yeah, they love it. They love that. People love that. Did you?
Sure. Mr. Saka.
Say who?
Mr. Saka.
Oh yeah, Mr. Taco. Yeah.
Mr. Saka. Where is Mr. Saka located at Nick Foley's assignment?
It is in his pants.
In his pants. We don't know if it's in his pants, and I'm pretty sure that just to keep it for safekeeping, it's more than just in his pants.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure. But then again, he did wear those tights, those like really, those tight tights. You know what I mean? For his figure. So, for.
But I mean, there was sometimes where he didn't come out there with tights. He came out there with more loose fit pants.
Yes, that is true. That is very true.
So I'm pretty sure he's sock and if I put a sock in my shorts right now, they fall on it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm pretty sure he had his tiny whites.
Yeah.
Socks inside the whites.
Yeah. I really
And
don't
then
want
he
to.
took the sock out of his hands. Put it on his hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the same person's mouth.
In anybody's mouth, male or female. So.
And so we're mad because Priscilla Kelly did a fake used him.
Yep. I think that's why everybody's mad. That's why everybody's mad. By the way, Jamie, to answer your question, Rosemary did show. Called it. This guy called it. This guy called it. Just saying.
And
It
this
is.
is the thing. That's one of the things that's bugged me about wrestling community. It's like, well, man, you can say that's no. That's what bothers me about society.
Oh boy.
Robert Kelly was a sick man.
Oh boy.
So now after a documentary, let's not finish comes out, and now we're outraged. And Chance the Rapper says, "Oh, I feel ashamed that I did a song with you. Dude, everything that you just said has been known. Don't get ashamed now."
I mean, I was really hoping we weren't going to go into this. I really
I'm
was.
sorry. That could be all we have to say about that.
Yeah.
I don't like that situation.
Yeah, I prefer not to. Here's the thing about me. Like I said, Ant, you know me. I don't like talking about the negative a lot. I really don't, depending on what it is. This is one of those things where it's like, we know I don't want to talk about. When it comes to him, I'd rather focus on the more positive things people do. Like, we got to remember, I'm not saying that when I say this, I'm not saying we should forget everything that they've done, that anybody's done in this case. I'm not saying that. I'm really not. I'm not saying that we should just forget everything. I'm saying I like to remember, like, for example, take Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, all right? Take Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. You can't talk about Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels without talking about the Montreal Screwjob, right?
Right.
But in the same token, you also can't talk about Bret Shawn without talking about one of my favorite matches of all time that is easily in my top 5, if not my number 1 favorite. Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, WrestleMania 12, and that Iron Man match. You can't talk about one without the other. So you can talk about R. Kelly being the sick man that we know him to be. But are we really going to sit here and forget that this man made a parody called, not a parody, this man made 20 different songs called Trapped in the Closet? Are we really going to forget that? Are we going to forget about Happy People? You're going to forget about the Love Slide?
You know, a lot of that stuff, I don't know. I'm not arguing with this. So.
Still, I mean, I'm just saying. My point is, you can't say, if you're gonna bring this up, you can because of current times, but you can't have one without the other. You know what I mean? Let's not forget what we had. And Eddie Edwards is busted open. I'm saying you can't. Well, put it this way, I'm not gonna forget. Although, like I said, I haven't listened to R. Kelly Well, actually, that's not true. A couple weeks ago, I was listening to Trapped in the Closet. It still holds up. It's still hilarious. Don't care what anybody says. That's the most hilarious thing I've ever heard in my life. It is. It's funny. That thing is funny. Anyway, let's what other news do we have? Because I really let's move on from this.
Where we at? Strong sheet. Oh, yeah, I saw him thing about Dominic Dijakovic.
Donovan Dijakovic. Just got to work your way through it.
How's the Dijakovic? His return. If you want to see that.
Yeah, I just saw a clip of him on Twitter losing to Keith Lee, so I don't know how much that's doing good it's doing him. Just saying.
Yo, Priscilla Kelly is begging. She has merch now says I bleed for Priscilla Kelly. With his hair hanging off the wine. Hey man, look.
I can't knock it though.
It's good publicity at the end of the day.
I know. I can't knock it. You can't really knock it. Can you really knock it? You can't. It's not even character work. It's just she's just saying, you know what? This is working out for me.
Yeah.
And because
also,
what?
Nikki Bella has a boyfriend that you don't see now.
Does anybody really care? I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. I really don't.
I gotta give a shout out to you because he made a funny thing. played. First she has a boyfriend that we can't see. Now she has a boyfriend we can't pronounce his name.
Okay. Well, I don't care. Good for Nikki. Good for Nikki.
When I first saw it, my first response was, "This just that Anthony Pierce has no neck."
Yo, Moose and Eddie are beating the crap out of each other right now. I'm definitely rewatching this pay-per-view after we get off the show.
Oh yeah, I got the screen too, so I'll definitely watch this at the gym hall.
Oh, ooh.
Like I'm watching it now, but I definitely.
Where are you watching? You're watching it on the stream. I'm watching it on the Fight app. So the Fight app it's good. I mean, it just stops to buffer every now and then, but it's still got pretty good streaming. I like it.
I mean, WWE Network does the same thing.
Yeah, no, that's true. I was gonna rewatch Pete Dunne versus Zach Gibson, and when they start chanting, "If you hate Gibson, take your shoes off," I'm gonna be thinking about that. I'm sorry, that was so perfect. Like,
Shoes off, you can't get this. I love that chant.
like this is what I have to go. I really want to go to the UK for that.
I wonder, the next time I go to a show, I want to try to start something similar. But I feel like
It won't. You're not gonna get You're not gonna get the right vibe. You got to. It's one of those things like you got to do it in the UK and they'll get it. It's not one of those things you can just do in the US unless people know what you're talking about. I mean, now don't get me wrong. Now, if I'm there with you, don't get me wrong. If I'm with you, I'll do it with you. Don't get me wrong. I will definitely do it with you.
We're going to try to do the stand-up thing. We're not going to do the take shoes off.
There comes Alicia.
Take the shoes off. There's nothing to do with like if you will somebody stand up.
Wait, Alicia Edwards is in the ring, right? Alicia Edwards, Eddie's wife, is in the ring. She grabbed the kendo stick, and now she's beating the crap out of Moose with the kendo stick. She's wailing on this guy with the kendo stick. It's over. Eddie's gonna win this match. If he doesn't, I'm gonna be mad. Wow! Oh,
My goodness. That's oh.
Did you just see it? 1, 2.
Is she actually wrestling?
Who? Alicia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she tried. Yes. Well, she is active on the Knockouts roster, but she's like I don't know. I feel like she's still learning. It's like one of those learning processes things. You know what I mean? It's like it was like Lana when Lana first started wrestling. Put it that like that. That's the way I think of it.
Which Lana's gotten about that.
Yeah, I agree. There was a point where I actually thought Lana.
That's pretty much all I have for
There's a point where
I didn't see anything else than that. I'm still not ready to talk about all the week yet.
Yeah, neither. I'm not really either because there's not a lot to go on. Like there really isn't. Especially when it comes to something like that, I don't want to speculate. Like we can't even really speculate. Oh, Sami Callihan's dropping a promo right now. I'll catch it later. Anyway, it's like it's one of those things you can't speculate. Like with Kenny Omega. What is he gonna do? No one knows. If he goes to WWE, I'm telling you, his career's over. He's not gonna be a top. He will be a top guy, but it's not gonna last long. Let's be honest. I mean, am I wrong?
Yeah, but I think the thing is for me, I don't want to see Kenny Omega go to the main roster.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of people are looking for Kenny Omega to be going straight up to the main roster. But I was watching the video where AJ Styles was talking about how he feels like he was like, yeah, I know that I didn't do this, but I feel like everybody should get a start off NXT.
Because NXT, I mean,
Because the things you have to learn as a WWE superstar is not the same as working with each man. And it was everything like that. Totally
no, I can't believe watching Sami Callihan. I still can't believe Impact Wrestling, like the fans of Impact Wrestling, at the end of the year, they voted Sami Callihan as the Wrestler of the Year. Impact Wrestling voted Sami Callihan as the Wrestler of the Year for Impact Wrestling.
I mean, is it wrong?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not that I can't. When I say I can't believe it, I'm like, because not a lot of companies do that. A company isn't going to vote your top heel as your. A company is not going to vote their top heel as the best in the company. They're going to vote their baby face to market it. You know, right? Like think about it. And during the Slammers, when the Superstar of the Year, Roman Reigns got it. He was a face. Seth Rollins got it. He was injured, but they still loved him. You know, you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like their faces, they're people that can market it. Sami Callihan, I say he's not marketable, but like he is like, first of all, he's an insanely heel. He's ridiculously heel. Like he is beyond heel. What's worse than a heel? A soul? What's worse than a heel? He's ridiculously heel. So the fact that Impact Wrestling says we're going to use this guy essentially as the face of our company by naming him Wrestler of the Year is amazing. And I love that. I love the idea that.
Oh yeah.
I love the idea that.
It was obvious because that whole angle where he legit hurt Eddie Edwards. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Remember that Impact was still in the same position that it is. They could still put on good shows, but nobody could know because nobody could care.
Yeah, it's like good shows, but no product. You know, I wouldn't say product, but like I don't think anybody paid attention to Impact Wrestling until that happened. You know what I mean? Not that Impact was bad, but nobody really started looking. Lord knows I didn't, because it was thanks to Sami Callihan, the Eddie Edwards feud, that I started paying attention. By the way, Sami Callihan's hair's starting to grow back. So, but it's like the fact that Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan's feud is the reason why I restarted rewatching Impact Wrestling. Not even Rosemary, like what some people believe. No. Eddie Edwards, Sami Callihan is what brought me to it. And I saw it, and I'm like, this is incredible how they're telling the story. It is. So, and look at where they are now. So, by the way, it's Willie Mack versus Sami Callihan is the match right now. Eddie Edwards won that last match against Moose, Falls Count Anywhere. Great match, by the way. So far, all the matches have been good. Like, really have. Like, I'm looking at the crowd. The crowd has been invested in every single one of the matches so far. Which
January is the best for wrestling all year.
Yeah. I'm saying in Impact, I mean, watching the show right now, like, the crowd looks very into it. Like, every match the crowd has been invested in it, which bodes well for your show, I gotta say. That definitely is a good sign. That's a very good sign. Jamie said someone send Chris Dillsworth a live stream of Impact Homecoming.
I'm supposed to finish this.
Yeah, you do that, buddy. You do that. So If there's no other news,
You have to tag Chris. I'm gonna post it. You have to tag Chris. James.
So if no other news, I'm gonna get into Wrestle Kingdom. I'm gonna cover my portion of the show with Wrestle Kingdom. All right. So Wrestle Kingdom took place on Friday morning. I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I sat in my car and watched it. All 5 hours of it. Actually, more 4.5. But I sat in my. I sat in my car and watched it on the New Japan and watched the live stream. It got cold towards the end, like started shivering a little bit, but still. Every single match on the main card was worth it. It was worth the watch. Will Ospreay defeated Kota Ibushi to win the Never Openweight Championship. Ibushi suffered a concussion, and Will Ospreay is apparently turning heel, which is odd. I have to see. We got to see more of that because I'm not sure how to take that. But it is very weird. So, but Ibushi was out with a concussion, and he wasn't at New Year Dash, so we don't know where he is. But he didn't go to the hospital. That's the thing. They didn't say he went to the hospital. They said he suffered a concussion. So that's all we've heard. LIJ had a great Wrestle Kingdom. LIJ are now the new Los Ingobernables de Japón. Bushi and Shingo Takagi are the new junior heavyweight tag champions. Evil and Sanada are the new heavyweight tag team champions, and Tetsuya Naito is the new Intercontinental champion. Bushi and Shingo defeated Roppongi 3K and Yoshinobu Kanemaru and El Desperado. Evil and Sanada defeated the Young Bucks and the Guerrillas of Destiny. And Tetsuya Naito defeated Chris Jericho. Bullet Club had a decent Wrestle Kingdom, save for the tag team title match. Jay White defeated Okada, which I'm going to get back to that in a second. Taiji Ishimori, a.k.a. Bone Soldier, defeated Kushida to become the new junior heavyweight champion. What else happened? Yeah. Juice Robinson is the new U.S. heavyweight champion, which, no offense to Juice, I really wasn't big on that match, to be honest. I had a feeling he was going to win, but... That was probably my least favorite. Yeah. It wasn't bad. It was just like, okay, it's just there. But I feel like it did its job. It was supposed to calm everybody down from the heart attacks we were getting from the other matches. Here's the thing. Actually, I'm going to cover that later. I'm going to cover what I was about to say later. But, so they had that, and then, so Okada is now back to the Rainmaker. When I say he's back to the Rainmaker, he's wearing the coat, the chain, and he's wearing trunks. He doesn't have disco pants anymore. I know, that's the same thing. So yeah, he's got he went back to the trunks now. So yeah, and to me, if you ask me, he looks way better. If you look at him at Wrestle Kingdom, he looked like he did at Wrestle Kingdom 11, only without the championship, but still, with the trunks, the hair, his hair looks silver, and everything else. So, but he lost to Jay White. And then, like I said, Naito and Jericho kick the holy hell out of each other for the Intercontinental Championship. At one point, Naito, being a baseball fan, used a kendo stick like a baseball bat and nailed Jericho like right in the stomach with it. It was pretty bad. I know, he posted some of the pics on Twitter. I'm telling you, Naito, well, he's a righty, I'm a lefty, but he went to the full stance. Anthony, you know what I'm talking about, right? he went to the full stance, like he stepped into it, followed through everything right into Jericho's midsection. He won with the Destino. Also, Jericho DDT'd Naito and stood him straight up on one of the announce tables. They said there was a Naito-sized hole in one of the tables, like the size of his head, planted one of the tables, and there's a crater probably still left in that table from where it was. So there's that.
That was like the line of that match.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was scared for Naito when I saw that. I was like, is he okay?
Yeah. This is the same thing I said. I said, are you? It's like, dude, I hope he doesn't have a concussion, but he didn't. He managed to pull it off. He finished with a Destino, got the vic. Then in the main event, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega representing Final Fantasy with the Sephiroth cosplay, the one-winged angel. He was accompanied to the ring by the Bucks. And in 31, wow. 39 minutes, 14 seconds. That was how long that match went. 39 minutes. I said if that match doesn't go 30 minutes, then there's something wrong. He said, oh, but by the way, Anthony, Jamie says do it. He says let me know when and where he posts. Jamie, he already shared it. Jamie questions, when you sat in your car, did you become sleepy eyes? No, I actually stayed awake the whole time. Thanks to 2 kickstarts and some airheads. That Ospreay elbow had me thinking WTF, the same. I don't think anybody knew what to think of that. And then the Kushida entrance had me laughing. That was pretty funny. That was probably the best entrance.
Jay White was really good, too. That's one thing I have to say. Jay White is started to. I was not really a big fan of Jay White up until recently, but the last things I've been seeing from him have been really good. So I'm really starting to.
Yeah. He's probably going to get, considering at New Year Dash, he challenged Tanahashi for the title. Like everybody does in New Japan, you go up there and you either kick the crap out of the champion or you face him face to face. Jay White did both. And Sami Callihan just beat Willie Mack. So he kicked the crap out of Tana and picked up the belt and said, I want to challenge you for the heavyweight championship. So we're pretty sure we're going to get that soon. Probably around New Beginning. Probably around the time of New Beginning. So yeah. Jay White staked his claim to be the heavyweight champion, to challenge for the heavyweight title at New Year Dash. Also, Taichi challenged Naito for the Intercontinental belt after Suzuki-gun just wasted LIJ last night. So Taichi's challenging Naito for the Intercontinental Championship, and we're going to see where that goes.
They had a hot day. They had a hot day Friday. Yesterday was too hot.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back, guys.
Minoru Suzuki said not being on the main card on Wrestle Kingdom was an embarrassment. He was not happy with that. So I don't blame him. On top of that, he also lost to the team of Yano, Togi Makabe, and Taguchi. Yeah, so I do not blame him.
Yuji Nagata.
Yeah, no. It wasn't Yuji Nagata. It was Taichi. I remember it. It was Makabe, Yano, and Taguchi.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, and they defeated Suzuki-gun, the team of Lance Archer, Davey Boy Smith Jr., and Minoru Suzuki to be the #1 contenders for the 6-man tag titles, which they still didn't win. So the Bullet Club, meaning Ishimori, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa, are still never openweight 6-man tag champions. So
Did anybody expect them to be
no,
close
no.
long?
Hell no, no, fuck no.
I think I would have more combo with Kane. It's gonna be good.
Oh, by the way, not Lij, Yoshihashi returned at New Year Dash. Yeah, he returned and they still lost. He returned in a 6-man tag match. It was Jay White, Fale, and Gato against Tanahashi, Okada, and Yoshihashi. They lost. Not only did they lose, but Yoshihashi ate the pin. So, yeah, his year's starting off great.
Oh, what a great year. It's always a great year for Yoshihashi. I mean, eating another pin in the middle of the ring in a 6-man tag match is just like, is still better than running down to the ring, tripping, busting his head out.
Here's the thing about that. Rocky Romero was on commentary, and him being in chaos, they were trying to ask him, do you know what happened or where he was? And said, nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows. Like, they alluded to it. They alluded to the fact that he ran to the ring and was like, was trying to make a save, but they didn't go into detail. They didn't address the fact that he fell. They didn't address the fact that he injured himself or busted himself open. It was pretty.
By the way, I'm enjoying the more serious chaos.
Yes, I am too. They're
Will
taking.
Ospreay is one of the front runners for that.
Yeah, they're taking.
I missed the Okada. Did he come down as Okada or?
No, he was Rainmaker. He's Rainmaker Okada.
Disco pants or trunks?
Trunks.
I didn't
Like-
see it. I haven't.
There's this video. I don't know if you guys know this meme, but the meme of where there's in a crowded pub. It started off with the DVD, and how when like the DVD video, when it hits perfectly in the corner, the whole crowd goes crazy. Anyway, there's a video online you gotta look for where it's like a crowd full of people. It's like they're like piled into a bar, and Okada is in Wrestle Kingdom, and they're saying like, and Okada, he takes off the jacket, and then he takes off he had this like, I want to say like a drapery around his waist, and he takes the drapery off and he has on trucks, and the whole place goes nuts. It's pretty funny. Also, the next match is Eli Drake versus Abyss in the Monsters Ball. That's the next match on Homecoming right now.
You think Raven or Tommy Dreamer's gonna show up?
I'm gonna call both. I'm gonna say both. Yeah. If they don't make an appearance, I'm gonna be shocked. But overall, Wrestle Kingdom was very great. Ospreay and Ibushi did. And by the way, Anthony, Jamie did tag Chris in Impact Homecoming in the stream. He tagged him. We got a comment from Charles Stone. Charles says Ospreay and Ibushi killed it at Wrestle Kingdom 13. I agree. Not a fan of the finish because it felt kind of rushed. The way I compared it to when Drew McIntyre faced. I compared it to when Drew McIntyre faced Andrade Cien Almas for the NXT Championship. Remember when McIntyre got injured? He injured his arm and then he ate the pin. That's what I compare it to. Like, I don't think he was. Yeah.
I know a lot of people were not happy about how
You saying Ospreay Ibushi?
No, I'm just talking about the show in its entirety.
Oh, Wrestle Kingdom?
Yeah.
No, it was long. It was pretty good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, okay, granted, some of the preliminary matches were kind of short. Like, the shortest match on the card was like 6 minutes, 19 seconds. And that was the 6-man, and that was the 3-way for the junior tag titles. So, is that a little short? Yeah.
But it's the junior heavyweights that got flying.
Exactly. And then the main event, like I said, the main event went 39 minutes, 14 seconds. 39 minutes.
Anthony, Tanahashi won, man.
And here we go.
Go Ace. You know what? You keep fucking sucking them sour grapes, I think.
No, I'm not. I'm telling y'all, I'm not sour. I'm not sour. I like Tanahashi. I've said this before.
If you listen to yourself respond to me every fucking time I mention Tanahashi and how great it is. If Kota Ibushi won, like when he won the never openweight title, did you see me say no? Did you hear me say that? No. You heard me say, hey, Punk Isaac, your boy Kota beat Goto. We're the time he's going to Wrestle Kingdom. And I guarantee you, he's walking out.
Well, he didn't either. He didn't walk out as champion or at all.
He didn't walk out with the belt or walk out. He got stretchered out because the match had to be rushed to a finish because he had a concussion.
Yeah, because we haven't heard from him since, and we also haven't heard from Kenny either. So I'm pretty sure wherever Ibushi is, Kenny is there. Well, at least I want to believe that.
Well, we'll find out when the next game is.
Yeah. So.
This should be tomorrow, right?
Yes. So.
I was just asking because I know a lot. I saw a lot of matches were short, but I know like the Cody match. That made a lot of sense. Why that was kind of short.
The two longest matches on the card, the three longest matches on the card were Ibushi Ospreay, Naito Jericho, and Omega Tanahashi. Naito Jericho went 22 minutes, 35 seconds. Ibushi Ospreay went 18. It went 18,
I
19.
still love Don Callis. He said, Naito, you gotta watch it. Naito might throw the belt in the fifth row.
That is true, because Naito doesn't like that belt. Do you know they had to remint it. They had to replace the plate on it because Naito destroyed it last time.
I love Naito. I remember in the U.S. tournament, Naito did that promo saying he wins the U.S. title, he's going to toss it after that.
I would have been weak if he did it too. So.
No,
he was throwing that around too.
Yeah, he won the World Heavyweight title. Here's what he did. He won the World Heavyweight title from Okada at Dominion. And at Invasion Attack 2016. He won the title. Got it in his hands, right? He got it in his hands, looked around, tossed it up in the air, and left and walked out.
what is this shitty?
Because of the fact that he's so, like, going back to the company with the Stardust and the Intercontinental title match, and the World title match.
Yeah, after he won the G1. Because when you win the G1, you are...
And you gotta remember, he's anti-establishment, and those belts are very prestigious to the Japanese, to the company.
Yeah.
So being anti-establishment,
Being as they say, El Ingobernable. He is El Ingobernable.
Well, the Ingobernable has kind of went down, even though they are the number one most seller.
They are, though.
I have the shirt on now.
Speaking of LIJ, they got, like I said, I don't know if you were here when I said this down a minute, but LIJ got dragged by Suzuki Gun on New Year Dash. They got wasted.
Oh, yes, they did.
They got wasted. They got wasted. It all started with, before the match even started, Taichi just wrapped a chair right around Naito's head. Naito never recovered. Nobody did.
Anthony.
Yes.
Suzuki Gun. And by the way, Zack Ryder. I like Zack Ryder. What the
Yeah.
hell is Taka Michinoku doing? Is he like Zack Sabre Jr.'s personal announcer now?
I guess so.
Because I'm not seeing Taka really compete that much.
Yeah, but still, that's where they're at. Also, we got to keep in mind, now that Zack Sabre Jr. is once again Rev Pro Heavyweight Champion, Suzuki and Zack are also heavyweight tag team, are also the tag team champions at Rev Pro.
Remember where you just tagged me in?
Oh!
All right, so Isaac,
Yes.
back to the test subject we were talking about. So that Tanahashi Kenny Omega match with 39-14. And it was a damn good match. I mean, it wasn't like, it didn't feel like Kenny was, it didn't feel like a Kenny is on his way out match.
No, it really didn't. It really didn't. I mean, he lost, but it doesn't feel like he's gonna leave. Like, I don't get he's leaving vibe from that.
Well, according to a source, and this is just one source saying that New Japan is negotiating with the Elite about, like, kind of like the Ring of Honor deal. They still want to be a part of New Japan, but they want to be able to do their own thing without hindering their relationship.
No, I get it, because I feel like they don't really have bad blood with New Japan. I don't think they have bad blood with anybody. No, especially New Japan. But
except WWE, Cody has a bit.
Well,
has this little chip on his shoulder.
well, I know that, but I'm saying, Abyss is bringing out the thumbtacks, or what could be gummy bears. We don't know. It's independent wrestling. It could be glass. It could be tacks. It could be gummy bears. I'm gonna guess tacks.
Legos?
Could be Legos. Hang on, he's opening it. He's opening it. It is thumbtacks. It's thumbtacks.
And why the hell do you just have a random black bag of thumbtacks?
It's a blue bag, actually.
Okay. Anyway, the point is, why do you have this shit just randomly sitting up there? What the hell do you need that many thumbtacks back?
Who cares? Who cares? Why not? You never know. Because you never know. Is it?
Janice.
Could be. But those are nails. Those aren't thumbtacks. Those are nails. Those are nails hammered into a piece of wood.
Those are like industrial nails.
Yeah, those are like those. Like, you ever heard of the band 9 Inch Nails? Yeah, it's those. Eli Drake just threw thumbtacks into the face of the referee. It's that young referee, too, in Impact. It's that young referee, too. You know, the one who looks like a teenager?
No referee in Impact will ever amuse me as much as the one that used to call Slick Johnson.
Wait, is that the one who used to fight the superstar sometimes?
Yeah, he's the one that used to wear shorts.
Yeah, I remember him. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember Jared Bischoff.
Yeah, because his career took off, right?
Oh, yeah. What a great career he had.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's all I got for New Japan.
Teaming down with aces and 0.8s.
By the way, Jamie says he's glad it wasn't Legos.
Oh, Thumbtack wasn't Legos.
You know what even made worse?
What?
You remember the 19 wheels? Now they're mostly plastic. Remember when they used to be metal?
The what now?
What if somebody pulled out a bag of nothing but like Hot Wheels, the metal frame Hot Wheels?
Oh. Hang on, he's reaching for something. Oh, he pulled out Janice. He's got Janice. Yeah, those nails are long. Oh my gosh.
Do you remember how Janice was born?
I don't remember Robert's name.
I remember seeing him almost murder RVD with it.
Mick Foley. He was a face being motivated by Mick Foley.
I take it as a counter to the barbed wire baseball bat.
No. He was a good guy. Then he turned heel.
He says, Jamie says, do you remember Impact referee Daryl Posey who hit a sweet drop kick?
Surprisingly, yes, I did.
Eli Drake just got choke slammed into thumbtacks, and they're all over his back. I don't get it. Why do people wrestle? Eli Drake still kicked out.
Isaac,
Yes.
is there anything else you want to mention about that 39-minute, 14-second match?
I'm happy for Tanahashi. I really am.
He's the guy that sounds like he's frustrated or depressed every time I mention how Tanahashi did exactly what I said he would do.
Go Ace.
Tanahashi had that coming for a while.
See, this dude right here, Anthony, he respects what I gotta say. This ass clown over here is always fucking like,
No, here's the thing. No, like I said, I'm glad he won. I am. I'm being so serious. I'm glad he won. I'm very glad he won. What does Eli Drake have?
You know what, though? You don't hear me sighing every time, like, when Shawn Michaels was gonna return. And
I just like everything.
No, it's more specific because somebody else's favorite wrestler wins him commentating. But man, every time I mention Tanahashi, he acts like he's got like.
Look, all right, look, here, I'll work on that this year. Okay. New Year's resolution.
I mean, you
Lose
don't
this.
hear me laughing. You don't hear me laughing at you because fucking Ibushi got injured. Because that's a serious issue, and that's not funny.
No, I'm saying New Year's resolution. New Year's resolution starting like.
No, bitch, it's called your New Year's resolution.
Anyway, that's what I meant. New Year's resolution. New Year's resolution. I'm going to get over Tanahashi beating Ibushi in the G1 and start being a less biased fan when it comes to Tanahashi.
I'm not biased. I think Ibushi's great. I think Shawn Michaels is great. I couldn't stand young Shawn Michaels because it was a backstage politicking Hulk Hogan 2.0.
Yeah, that's how you survived. In this world.
Well, yeah, because apparently the politicking stopped working after Shawn Michaels and he had to marry the daughter to get your spot.
Well, then it just.
All right, it's got to be over now. 1, 2.
I am the game.
What happened?
Triple H.
Abyss just. Eli Drake just beat Abyss in a Monsters Ball, which I kind of figured that was going to happen.
So,
Abyss is nothing more than a fucking overly spectacle jobber.
I can tell y'all, Abyss lost his mojo after we found out.
I already found out he was really Joseph Park.
Yes.
Oh, that's fair. He did do better when we knew him as just Abyss.
Yeah. After we knew he was Joseph Parker, like, it ain't a cheat.
Ooh, Killer Cross. Hang on. Killer Cross is speaking.
All right, so are we done with Wrestle Kingdom?
Yes.
Anthony.
Yes.
Big New Japan news. Taichi defeated Naito, and since LIJ has the tag title, the Intercontinental, and the junior tag, Suzuki Gun is going to challenge for all of them. Taichi's getting an Intercontinental title shot. He's got a clean win over Naito.
I'm going to say LIJ clean sweep over Suzuki.
I don't think they're going to. But you never know. It'll be entertaining to watch.
I don't think Naito needs this.
Hell no. Hell no, that ain't happening.
Got no choice to
I'm
make, John.
definitely not going to say. I think Diesel and Sonata are going. I don't see
Bush.
I don't see them using the junior tag side either.
I don't know. Those titles tend to change hands more. I think Shingo and Bush are more to lose.
I think that would be the close check.
Yeah, I don't see Evil Sonata and Naito losing right now.
Yeah, we're going to see.
That's fun.
Because I don't think, because nobody really has none of the juniors had an answer for Shingo during the match.
Yeah, Shingo's
Here's Elias Nick Wilson with Vince, one of the most talked about competitors.
I saw that match.
I know one thing that I have an answer that I can answer for Shingo for.
What?
A good dentist.
Yeah. No, that's a mouthpiece,
His
right?
teeth are crooked as fuck. Seriously, get a dentist, man. Come on.
I swear that's why he has a mouthpiece.
I saw his teeth. I'm like, don't do that again. Just don't. Wear a fucking mouth guard like Kurt Angle or something.
He does wear a mouth guard.
Alright, so you guys ready to get into our questions tonight? Because Anthony, to be honest, we don't have a lot, but there's actually a lot more good questions tonight. So
Yeah,
I
let's
picked
get it.
good questions and didn't really pick any joke questions. Except a couple that are easy to answer.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm watching Cody fucking miss the shield goal game.
Huh, idiot. I'm sorry. If you hit the goal post, you know who is tied for second most missed field goals this season? Tied for second in the playoffs. That doesn't bode well.
No,
You know, the first is
Who?
the guy that was a goal last year.
Who?
The dude for Steelers, I can't think of his name because he sucks so bad.
Not Sweezen. What is that dude's name? I can't think of his name.
Aaron Misty tweets him.
Alright, so before questions, actually, I want to do the roundup for the week, if you don't mind.
Oh, LAX is about to take on the Lucha Brothers for the tag team titles.
I actually thought Phoenix was injured.
No.
It
Fine.
was, but it was a 6-week injury, Anthony.
Thank God. I was really concerned about it.
Okay. Alright, I'm just going to cover these news stories. It won't take too long. Alright, the first one is according to Dave Meltzer. Hi, Uncle Dave! On Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE made a fantastic offer, and Kenny Omega says it's a no deal. But Kenny Omega's been teasing on Twitter about not taking it, but you know, it's still not clear what he'll actually be doing. Also,
I think we won't know about that until Royal Rumble. If he doesn't show up in Royal Rumble, then it's more than like he did.
Or if he doesn't show up in the crowd in NXT.
Yeah. So that weekend is gonna say a lot about what to expect anyway.
So yeah, this should be good. The Lucha Brothers versus LAX. Pentagon and Phoenix versus.
Hey guys, Dave Meltzer says AEW and NJPW and Ring of Honor will meet after Wrestle Kingdom, sometime, which I already said that, about potentially working together through cautionary politics could get in the way of this ultimately happening. But everything in the contrary ways, the Bucks and Cody have built good relationships of whether independent spins have gotten several promotions nation and worldwide behind them, and they are still within good standing within the new regime of New Japan Pro Wrestling, as well as management and administration over Ring of Honor. This deal could see Bucks, Kenny, Hangman, blah 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 blah. Just want to do that. Working together and try cross-promotional opportunities never before seen on U.S. or Japanese soil. And Alvarez mentioned that WWE officials will be attending the AEW rally to monitor the situation.
So, in other words, they're going to spy and report whatever they see back to Vince. Vince, they're out doing Vince. So how was it? Like, Vince, well, I got to tell you, sir, it was packed. There were a lot of people there. They got a lot of people believing. They compare it's like, relax. We're the number one company. Nobody's going to outdo us 10 years later. How did they outdo us?
Oh, my God, this is breaking news, but I'm not going to get to that. Nikki Bella is dating Artem Sheen. What is this? Random guy.
Random guy. Now you're going to pronounce his name and say Ellen. Never mind.
Chig Vinchev? I don't fucking know.
Hey, well, you can't see me, so you don't know my name.
No, it's not John. It's not John Cena enough. It's some dude named Artem.
His name is not Robert Kelly. It's okay.
Wow.
Kelly,
Yeah, let's try and avoid that subject again.
So Nikki Bella's gonna get peed on. Okay.
Wow.
Anyway, and he'll also be appearing on Total Bells next season for anybody.
What was that?
It was flavor. All right. Per Pro Wrestling Insider, an actual news source, MLW signed Davey Boy Smith Jr. after Ring of Honor tried to sign him before the MLW live special on BETN Sports.
I thought he was already with him.
However,
Oh, you about to, I was going to say, what is, they got me and CM in there?
yeah, okay, Simone. Although there's been talk about his contract coming up, AJ Styles is expected to stay with WWE for the next, for another 3-year deal. But there have been rumors circulating that AJ has vaguely referenced comments towards possible appearances in an elite wrestling promotion.
I don't see that.
I don't see it
I
either.
think AJ is just trolling, just like the,
Yeah.
he's just like the elite man. He knows this game. Okay, the NXT call-ups have been advertised for some time now and are expected to start showing up as early as next week.
I thought they said that weeks ago.
And speaking of Uncle Dave, AEW rally is being held on January 8th, the same night as SmackDown. Was coincidental. It was just the easiest, earliest way that could happen after Wrestle Kingdom. He also said, Dave Meltzer, Uncle Dave says Double or Nothing is likely happening in April and will likely take place in Las Vegas, Nevada. They expect to outdraw All In with a 22,000 plus venue.
Well, I always have wanted to go to Vegas, but I will probably be in New York City. Fanboying out over Rosemary.
Oh, guys, some other good news. Sports Pro Media says Sinclair is in talks with the Yankees and Cubs to partner up for regional networks in 2020. This could mean Ring of Honor in major markets soon.
Wait, who?
Sinclair, the people that own Ring of Honor,
Oh,
are teaming up with the Yankees and the Cubs.
ooh, those are pretty
Regional
big.
network.
The Yankees are big in itself.
Yeah.
Networking with the Yankees,
Yeah.
that'll do you good. That'll do you some good.
They're getting with the owners because they want to do like some regional networking. Sinclair's a big company, man.
Sinclair's big. The Yankees are big. The Cubs are big.
Yeah, this is big news. This means Ring of Honor. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, because I'm done with that, and I'm glad you guys actually set me to that, because I told you all it would take long, and I did deliver that. I'm moving forward. Anthony, this is our favorite part of the show.
On the fuck?
No, that's not our favorite part of the show. That's your
Yo, these matches.
show.
No, that's
Yo, every single one of these matches have been on point. Like this is one of the. This is just the beginning of the year. This is already one of those shows I want to watch from beginning to end.
Anthony, this is a WWE question. We're starting with you, the real heel draw. I'm gonna use that. The real deal draw. Who are your 2019 Hall of Fame picks, and who deserves to get in more than anyone? One person that deserves to headline, and who would your picks be? Do you know how many people usually get inducted?
I'm gonna say the headline needs to be Tweet.
It needs to be who?
No one.
Okay.
Who? I'm sorry, he doesn't recognize himself by that name. And wrestling fans don't recognize this Dwayne person used to be the the Brahma Bull. Which now we can honestly say the Brahma full of himself.
Yeah, he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot.
But nothing. You can't of course.
So yeah, I think The Rock is gonna needs the headline. I think the one that needs to be in there the most definitely is gonna have to be
Who?
That's not gonna happen. China. China.
I know it's not gonna happen, but I think China. I'm just going off who needs to be in. So China, I'm gonna say The Rock, China.
He said vagina.
I'm gonna say Evolution.
Anthony, I have a question. Do you think vagina should go in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, for God's sake.
No, just China. Not a night in China. Just China.
No, vagina was actually a girl's name that came with China.
I missed that.
Yeah, it was when she was with Jericho.
I was in WCW then, so.
Yeah. So those are your picks. There's China and Dwayne.
Yeah, I don't know who else.
Just name some random people that haven't gone in yet.
Jericho.
The GOAT. Oh, that ain't gonna happen right now.
No.
Especially
Vader.
especially
Vader. Definitely Vader. Rest in peace, Vader. That should happen sometimes.
Chris Benoit.
Not happen. Unless you
Hey,
prove that he was innocent in post-situation, Benoit is not worse at all.
You cannot erase him from history. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Oh, you can't erase it, but they're not going to put him off.
So who else do you got? Because I feel like WCW and ECW, since they own the rights to it, should go in there. I feel like other companies they bought out, like Jim Crockett, AWA, etc., should be allowed too.
You didn't get it last year, so that's good.
Who got it last year? My turn?
Didn't you get it last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's saying that.
Whose turn is it? Mine or is it still going?
Yeah, because you get like 6 picks. You can pick the tag team, but Anthony chose not to. He picked the 6. So, Isaac.
All right, I'm gonna say, China, I don't care what anybody says. China should go in, regardless of how you feel about it. She should go in. China should go in. The Rock should go in. I'm gonna say Christian. I want to see Christian go in.
Did Edge go in yet?
Edge is in. Edge is already in.
He went a year after he retired.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I didn't know.
Christian, Tommy Dreamer should go in.
Yeah, but
Tommy
he's
Dreamer.
not going in because he's working another company. If you're still active and working somewhere else, you're not. You can bet you 90% you're not going in.
Yeah, it's stupid, but still, he should go in.
Why do you think it took so long for them to put Kurt in?
That's fair. That is extremely fair. Tommy Dream, and then if Rob Van Dam, I would like to see RVD get in.
He says he's going to be returning to wrestling soon.
Yeah, but I want to see RVD get in.
Well,
Yeah, those are mine.
Works ready up. It works ready up.
Yeah, those are I want. I want to see RVD, China, Christian, Tommy Dreamer. Who else have I said that's not in? Well, yeah, just those four. I said China, RVD,
Tommy,
Christian, Tommy Dreamer, and one more. No, I know Steamboat is in it. I want to see. Huh. I want to see Owen get in. Owen or the Bulldog. I know due to
to
the.
be honest, you should just say the British Bulldog.
Yeah,
Dynamite
Bulldog.
Kid and British Bulldog.
Yeah. Oh, Dynamite Kid. Yeah. Yeah, those British Bulldog Dynamite. So RVD, China, Tommy Dreamer, Christian.
We're not doing celebrity picks.
No, screw that. Christian, RVD, Tommy Dreamer,
Let's let him do Shaq.
Christian, and then
Hall of Fame this year.
like I said, Dynamite Kid and British Bulldog. Those are my 6.
Who's your headliner?
Rock.
All right, so here's mine, and then my seventh one will be my headliner. So for the tag team, I got two, and I think they should go with, like I said, the cup of my own state. I want Rotten Balls Pony, and Axel Rotten because, man, did those two families go through some hell with those two health problems their last few years. I'd love to see them or the Nasty Boys go. Is that what you want to? The Nasty Boys were legendary tag. They deserve a Hall of Fame ring.
Aren't those the guys that got dragged by APA as soon as they got up?
I don't think so.
I must be thinking of them or Insane Clown. I must be thinking of Insane Clown. I'm the Insane Clown Posse.
STP, because I don't think the Nasty Boys ever actually wrestled in WWE.
Oh, yeah. I must be thinking, yeah, because it's like I think it's the Insane Clown Posse that came up and they just got wasted by the APA.
Yeah, they need to go in the Hall of Shame, not the Hall of Fame.
It's over.
But I want the Nasty Boys for my tag team. Definitely think Dynamite Kid deserves to go in.
Oh yeah, you should definitely go in.
Magnum TA should go in. I don't care what any of y'all bitches say. Magnum TA is short-lived as his career was. He already got wins over from me. He got a win over Ric Flair and. But yeah, he got some big wins real fast. But he was going to end up being something big, and then he had a car accident. That is weird.
That's a shame.
Brian Pillman, I don't think he's gone in yet, has he?
Exactly. But the question is, do you have Junior do the sentence for him?
Yeah. Definitely think Owen should go in. I'm going to say maybe not Brian Pillman, because I don't know if Brian Pillman goes in or not. I think that I don't think the Rock's going to go in because they might have one more big WrestleMania for him. I think Hulk Hogan should never be mentioned in any ring. He should be in the Hall of Shame.
That was weird.
I think
That was
that
weird.
I think Jazz should go in.
Yeah, that was weird. Hold on. Well, no, Jazz is in NWA right now. She's still wrestling.
Yeah, but nothing televised, nothing that WWE would never look.
Yo, like that was weird. I don't mean to cut you off, but LAX just retained the tag titles, but it was weird because it's like LAX had a finishing move on Phoenix, but they showed Pentagon still on the outside. Like the camera was on Pentagon on the outside, showed him standing on the outside while Phoenix was getting pinned. It's kind of weird.
Heel turn.
No, I wouldn't even say that. It was just I wouldn't say it was a heel turn. It just looked weird.
Was he like not trying to?
No. It was like it looked like he got like messed up, but it was like no, it was just odd. It didn't look like he like I thought he was trying to lung back in, but he didn't. It was odd. It was just weird. It was just weird. Rob Gronkowski should not go in the Hall of Fame.
All right, and guys, you know who my headline and yeah, another one I'm gonna say. Carlito.
Okay.
Okay, I heard him close enough. Okay, so, and my headliner, this is a no-brainer, and I'm surprised you both are said a lot about that. You know who needs to go in the Hall of Fame like this year?
Who?
Get in? Undertaker.
Yes, my gosh, yes.
Undertaker. He needs to go in.
He needs to stop. Like
Is he going to be wrestling? I think that's what if he's wrestling.
they need to stop him from wrestling because he's gonna kill himself.
There, but you know how they.
Like I feel like they're gonna do like I feel like as soon as he retires, they're gonna like you guys seen that meme, that Mr. Krabs meme where he's like, "Am I really gonna defile this grave for money?" Of course I am. I feel like that's what they would do for the Undertaker. You know, like he's already retired, but they're gonna bring him back to like try and scare somebody. He says, and it's gonna be Vince's head on Mr. Krabs' face. He says, "Am I really gonna defile this for money?" Of course I am. And it shows him digging it up. It's a shame, is what it is. I forgot how good Gail Kim looks. I feel ashamed. Like, I can't believe I forgot how good she looks.
I have this next question. Where does Michael Cole stand in all-time commentators of all time?
Middle of the
of all time.
Yeah.
And what will his legacy leave behind? Boss Tide!
Oh God. I'm with Anthony. He's in the middle. He's in the middle of the pack because there are people way better than him.
Well, I mean, he's better than he's better than hot damn Bobby the Brain Heenan, but Mike Tenay.
There's Mike Tenay, Don West, Kevin Kelly, JR.
Don
Don
Callis. Jesse
Callis.
the Body Ventura.
Rocky Romero.
Mike Tenay.
Rocky Romero. You gotta admit, Rocky's pretty good on
Chris
commentary.
Candido.
Excalibur. Ian Riccaboni. Colt Cabana. The
Paul
Miz.
Ranallo.
The Miz.
He's not a commentator. Kevin Owens would be up for, but they're not going to go down for commentating.
Punk on commentary was great.
Corey Graves.
Corey Graves. Yeah.
Booker T.
Booker. Yeah.
Jonathan Coachman.
No.
The King. Jerry the King Lawler.
Yes. So he's middle of the pack. Like, if there was a top 25, he'd be like 25th. So, yeah.
And for those of you that haven't heard, rest in peace to the late, greatest backstage interviewer of all time, Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. By the way, Tessa Blanchard versus Taya Valkyrie is next. And I don't care how this goes.
And I think,
This is like the one match
so
I really
I
don't
think
care about.
I think we all agree Michael Cole is not really the best, but he is the commentator for Double F.
Yeah. He's not bad, but he's not as great
I
as
didn't win
people
no
make him out
contest,
to be.
but I don't know. Oh my God! This next question is hilarious. Anthony, what is the best Vince McMahon match? This is a two-part question.
I'll never say the word this Stone Cold.
Which one?
Whichever one.
Whichever one.
98?
Didn't they do the WrestleMania match?
No, they never wrestled at Mania.
No, they didn't. That was Undertaker. Austin got screwed up. What about their match in 98? That was their big feud match.
Yeah, that.
Isaac?
I would say Vince's match against Triple H in Armageddon 1999. That was a pretty good match.
I'm going to say the Royal Rumble 1999.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Why? But it was so funny because he didn't actually eliminate anybody. It just fucking happened, and he was declared the winner. He's like fucking sprawled out. Won the Royal Rumble. Back to you, Anthony. Attitude Era Vince, or 1998 Vince. Who would you like to see him face in the modern era? But he's 1999, 98 Vince McMahon. You know, when he actually looked like he was, physically fit to actually wrestle.
So, yeah.
Who, if Vince was...
Attitude Era Vince McMahon, who would you like to see him face in the modern era, like today?
Drew McIntyre.
You want to see Drew drag Vince for 10 minutes?
Yes. Isaac?
I'd be a fan of Drew versus Kevin Owens.
You mean Vince versus Kevin?
Vince versus Kevin.
I kind of feel like that the Vince would go over, and that's really sad.
Yeah, that is pretty sad though.
I'd like to see 1990s Vince McMahon take on Becky Lynch because she's the man.
Well, it was a different time back then. It was a different time back then.
Becky Lynch defeats Vince McMahon. All right. This next question is another pretty easy question, so I'm going to go. This is, what was the better WrestleMania build package? Mania 26, HBK versus Taker, or CM Punk versus Taker? Anthony.
The better build package?
Yeah, better build package. You know, the vignette they do before the match.
So who chose?
CM Punk versus Taker or Shawn Taker WrestleMania? Punk Taker WrestleMania 29, Shawn Taker WrestleMania 26.
Shawn Taker.
Isaac.
I'm for sure Shawn Taker.
I'm gonna go CM Punk Taker. I think the build package was a lot better for that. They did a really superb job. I think Shawn Michaels and Undertaker did a better job of building than the package did. All right, this is another opinion question. Anthony, who do you think is going to get a Jinder or Carmella type title push in 2019?
Yeah, Carmella. Who?
Jinder my balls.
Carmella.
Carmella's going to get another Carmella push?
I think Carmella will be more likely than Jinder.
No. The question is, who do you think is going to get a push like Jinder did or Carmella did? You know how they just randomly won Battle Royal and won it, or won the Money in the Bank and just got this really like ridiculously out of nowhere, pointless win and title run out of it.
I'm going to have to say Mandy Rose. Even though it's not pointless, I'm going to say Mandy.
Yeah, but the way they did it, like Carmella's push wasn't pointless. Jinder's was. I mean, we were glad to see it at first, but then we got what we got. Carmella started off good, but it's like out of nowhere, somebody you don't expect is going to get it. And you're saying Mandy, we're kind of waiting for a Mandy push. So. Okay, Isaac.
I'm going to say Sonya Deville.
You know what? Y'all are going women's. I'm going to pick somebody. You know who I think is good?
Who?
I think we're just going to get a ridiculous out of nowhere push to title win for Andrade City and Almas. Try to force him into the title. Because I feel like the way they're using him now, that's what's going to happen. And I hate it. Yeah. Oh, and Anthony. I'm not bashing Andrade, just so you know. That's actually how I feel like we're going to book it. Which is ridiculous. But you know what? I'm going to hold Brie on it. Yeah, hate to see. But it's what's going to happen. That's probably how he's going to get the title. And I don't think.
By the way, guys, there are 4 guys at Homecoming on the front row. They have Taya's name spelled out, painted on their chest. Taya. Not joking. There's a black guy, too, who's got it in white paint. The other guys have it in black paint. The black guy is the A. He's got it in white paint. It's pretty funny.
All right, guys. Anthony, what wrestler would you like to see write an autobiography who hasn't written one yet?
I'm going to say Paige.
You said Taker?
Paige.
Paige. That's a good pick. I'm going to say, who would I like to see write one? I would like to say, I want to see Flair. I want to see, I'd like to see AJ write one.
I'd like to say Triple H write one. He did that fitness book, but he never wrote an autobiography. I'd love to see like him reveal a lot of the backstage politics in the 90s.
Yeah.
And 2000s. I want to know. I kind of want to see his like perspective of why he thought he had to dominate the title for like 3-4 years. And I want to see what he has to say about Randy Orton getting put over as the youngest world champion ever just to lose it a month later.
To him.
I want to see I want to see the inside look at his mindset about that. Because you know autobiographies aren't going to be in here. I'd love to see the inside information he has. I also want to see what he thinks of Randy Orton's shaking, or if Randy Orton ever offered to let him shake his hand. Okay. What do you think is the more forgotten match in 2018? Gargano Ciampa 2 or Wrestle Kingdom 12? IWGP Junior Heavyweight Title Fatal 4-Way.
What's the choices again?
Gargano Ciampa, the Chicago Street Fight.
Or Wrestle Kingdom 12, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Title Fatal 4-Way.
And it's the most what?
Forgotten.
Most forgotten match. Why is that?
This is something that I don't think of. You know, it was a really good match.
About a better question, Isaac. Will you disagree with this one?
Not really. I mean, I was gonna say if people are naturally aren't gonna think of the Wrestle Kingdom title match. They're not naturally. They're gonna naturally think of more Gargano Ciampa.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the way I look at it. I'm gonna justify it. So you've got a show that puts on 3.5 star matches most of the time, and then you get a random 5-star match in there. You know, at a takeover. But with, and I'm not bashing NXT. I'm just saying that the show itself has some good matches, and sometimes it doesn't. But when you've got a show like New Japan that puts on dozens upon dozens of good matches, are we going to talk about last year's Wrestle Kingdom? Are we talking about Dominion? Are we talking about Wrestling Dantaku?
Yeah, we're talking more Dominion. We're talking Dominion, the climax, G1 climax.
Power Struggle, King of Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling Dantaku.
The G1 specials. Strong Style Evolved.
So many good shows a year. So many good matches a year. Good matches get lost in the shuffle of other good matches. So you're talking about the more recent good matches. I mean, we didn't never stop talking about the Golden Elite, the Golden Lovers, and the Young Bucks. We never stopped talking about the Golden Elite or the Gold part of the storyline. Thinking about, AEW, we never start talking about Wrestle Kingdom, but that's because it's current. With New Japan, whereas you pick your good matches in there, they're all, you pick your amazing match, your superbly perfect match, but you have so many good, at least good matches. Even those quick matches like that 6.5 minute match at Wrestle Kingdom with Jimmy Tag, it was a good match, but you think we're going to be talking about that by next year?
No.
Exactly. We're not going to be talking about Wrestle Kingdom much. There were some good matches on there, but I guarantee you we're going to see more good matches that you so please because they put on so many good matches. Versus TakeOver only happens, 5 times a year, 4 times a year?
Well, yeah. Whenever there's a big pay-per-view, it's up, so.
So, of course we're going to talk about a lot of NXT TakeOver matches. Because, there's a lot of NXT shows where the matches are good, but they're not great. They're like 3.5, maybe even 4-star matches. But when you get a 5-star TakeOver match, because they're going to reserve their action for that, of course you're going to memorize that. I mean, Anthony, how many TakeOver matches did we have on our top 15,
I had a lot.
So, you were doing only WWE. I had a lot, and I was doing that, and I was doing everything. I had like 3 or 4. That's what I'm saying. Like Wrestle Kingdom, it's no events. Wrestle Kingdom is their big event, but they put on so many good shows and matches in a year. How can you pick just one? I bet it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. guys ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Okay. We're almost done, guys. Actually, this is the second to last question. What do you think the IC title scene will be at Mania this year, Anthony? Dean?
See how much I can do about that.
You said what? You said where is it going to be?
I feel like this is gonna happen.
Said what? I think it's going to definitely be mid card. It's definitely going to be probably like low mid carder, to be honest. It's not going to be bad. Oh. And Taya just beat Tessa Blanchard, but Gail Kim kind of interfered. Gail Kim gave Tessa Blanchard defeat because Tessa got in her face. But now Taya is the new Impact World Champion. Probably we can finally move on from this feud, but we're not. We're not going to. Tessa's probably going to cash in a rematch clause or whatever, but still. Anyway, so yeah, that's yeah. I'm gonna say low mid card. I don't care. I don't know who's gonna be champion at the time, but I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. Not like it was last year.
No, hell no. I mean, because we're not going to get Dean and Seth again.
Oh no, no.
I kind of feel like it's going to be Ben Balor, probably Dean Ambrose, or Bobby Lashley and Ben Balor. I feel like Ben's probably going to get the IC title.
Let's hope so.
I mean, does it really matter? I mean, well, I guess the title was kind of back on the right track, unlike when Miz had it on fire. Title control. He knows how to build shit, and that's why I respect him. He really knows how to work. I mean, be honest, that's really all I got. Finn, and here's what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say this. It's like this. It might be Braun. And the reason I say this is because if Braun doesn't win the title, how many times? That's 4 losses to Brock Lesnar at that point. I mean, that you know at that point, WWE, because we're not even seeing him with the feats of strength anymore. He's just a big dude that gets in there, throws people around, delivers the one-liners. And the fact is, if you don't win it, you might as well give up. He ain't winning that title. It's just not going to happen. Time to move
Oh,
on
that's
to-
right.
Where's that? Probably Drew.
That's right.
So-
Impact. Side note: Impact moves to Pursuit this Friday.
Yes, I know. Karen and Danny will be debuting for Girl Loco this Friday night. After that.
They're also going to be on Twitch.
Also, yes, I know.
Yeah.
We're also going to be doing Savage Reports Friday night, apparently at 7 o'clock.
8. Is that 8?
8 is like Eastern time. And Coco and Loco will be on after like 15, 30 minutes after Impact. So, Isaac, feel free if you're still up, join in.
Well, I'll probably be at work, so I'll be there.
You're an Impact guy, so hey, it's for once you can actually join Karen and Danny on a show you give a shit about.
Exactly.
And it's not going to waste 3 hours of your life, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, Anthony, I think you just saw that? That finished to Taya versus Tessa?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Y'all need to shut up about Kenny going to WWE because it's fucking rumor. Everybody's jumping on that fucking rumor.
Like, seriously.
Okay, it's speculation because nobody really knows. I actually did cover that. And even Breon's buying into the speculation.
Well,
He speculated-
Imai is the one who brought it up, so, I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Jamie says, don't forget to tell Chris Dillsworth about the Impact channel change.
Yeah.
We tagged him Anthony tagged him on a stream for Homecoming earlier, so.
All right, you guys ready? We're actually hitting the last question.
Yeah, let's do it. I really want to see this main event. I feel like it's going to be dope.
How quickly do you think AEW can catch up to WWE, and what do you think it will take for them to get there, Anthony?
Shit, Warren.
How quickly do you think All Elite Wrestling can catch up to WWE, and what do you think it will take to get there?
It's going to take a lot, and it's going to really take a combined effort from everybody, more than just All Elite. But All Elite by itself would not do it.
But if this deal goes through with Ring of Honor and New Japan, and what if their
They'll be
TBS,
close.
what if this TBS TV deal goes through with their own broadcasting station, aka WCW television?
I don't know. It's going to be a lot to do that, but I wouldn't hold my breath saying that they're going to catch up. I personally follow the television and let's start here.
But you have to remember this Raju or Reggie, I don't know what they say it. I'm gonna let somebody correct me here. The owner, yeah, Raju or Raji, I don't remember how you say it because I've only heard his name once. And I'm gonna be honest right now, he has a lot of money. We're talking like he has more network than him, but not as much as WWE.
You talking about Tony Khan?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Tony Khan. But thank you, Isaac.
Is that who you were trying to say earlier?
Yes, I don't know where I got Raju or Reggie.
No, the guy who's invested in it, his name's Tony Khan. He's the owner of the Jags.
Yeah.
He's worth
what
like
I'm
$1
trying to
billion.
say is that- No, he's worth like fucking $5-6 billion. He's not worth as much as WWE. I looked into it. He's like $1.5 billion out of WWE. But he's if they get a TBS TV deal and he's investing money, we could be looking at a major, and that's not even including the partnerships they're going to be putting up. We could be looking at a major shift in wrestling because we could see a lot of PWG over here too.
And is that a new?
And that's the thing that Sammy Callihan was saying. The only way to see anything close to Nick this year is to have these other non-WWE join together and they're working.
Yeah, that's why they're trying to get with Japan and Ring of Honor. They're getting with the new ownership of Ring of Honor, the new ownership regime of New Japan and the Ring of Honor guys. If it goes through, we could be seeing a joint production of Ring of Honor, New Japan, and AEW. And I don't think that would be a problem. Because if Ring of Honor is going to have this big localized thing, and New Japan's making all these U.S. moves, yeah, the wrestling industry is already changing. If they join forces, they really will change the wrestling world. And WWE, I've been saying it, those 3-year, $25K contracts, we're already talking money contracts that I already mentioned what they're going to be making. So, yeah, you bet your ass that these guys have the money to play with. They don't have WWE money, and they don't have WWE history, but they have history, and they have money. So WWE is going to find it a lot harder to globally localize. Triple H. Yeah, I find it funny when people try to stop my global localization. So Anthony, Isaac, what do you think?
I feel like it's like there's no telling until it goes. You know, there's no telling.
Yeah. But these guys are good businessmen. We've seen that. All right, so we've covered this question already. I'm not going to go round table. We've just pretty much covered it. I've already said mine, and Isaac and there. So Anthony and Isaac, you know what I got left to say? For once, Anthony, you're actually here for this. Final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen.
My final thought. And Vince of the Dreamers 3 is here to drop this year. I'm hyped. And J. Cole giving it up an album too. And Jay, I think got a full album coming out. Dreamville season 2019. Let's go.
Is that it? You? My final thoughts are simple. If you want the Cowboys to keep doing good in the playoffs, take your shoes off.
No way.
That's the first thing I want to say. Second, Joyner Lucas. On the topic of J. Cole and people dropping new albums, Joyner Lucas is dropping a new album soon. Looking forward to that, especially after his destruction of Tory Lanez. Sorry, that was really funny. They were trading songs back and forth. That was funny. Also, Impact Homecoming has been a very good show. I've been invested. I'm going to rewatch it. Every single match has been pretty good, save for, I wouldn't say it wasn't bad, but I personally wasn't invested in the Knockouts title match because we'd been there before.
And we got the same fucking result.
Yeah, for the most. Well, no, Taya won. Still,
So Tessa's on her way out then?
I don't know. Anyway,
Hey, Anthony Isaac, that's good news for you. She'll be showing that up on NXT in the next 9 months.
well, there goes her career.
Tessa Blanchard.
No, she's gonna get. It wasn't a clean finish though. It wasn't clean. It wasn't a clean finish, so she might get a rematch. Anyway, so there's that.
Yeah, unlike WWE, you actually get meaningful rematches in TNA.
I kind of like when you don't automatically which ones.
That's because WWE creative is lazy and just uses that to be lazy. But in TNA, you get meaningful, non-repetitive, non-lazy rematches.
Yeah, they actually mean something. Anyway, so
mean, hey look, that's one less match we have to prepare for the next decade.
that is how it looks. It really does, but still. But
that's literally how they're booking deals. It's just like WWE, especially more so on Raw. Raw creative is just lazy as fuck. Anyways, go ahead, Isaac.
like I said, there's that, and then other than that, Impact has been a very good show. Definitely rewatching it. Definitely so far one of my favorite shows of the year. So, and I called it. Rosemary did show up at Homecoming. I know I said she would show up at on Impact before the Homecoming, but I called it weeks before and that she would show up at Homecoming. So, guess who's right?
And I called it tonight. She would be in the coffin.
Yeah, I did not see. I didn't know. I just knew she was coming back. I didn't know how she was going to get here, but she got here in a coffin. What are you going to do? So
That's how she left, though. I mean, it was only make sense.
I know. Still, I should have seen that
Alright,
coming.
so-
Still, those are my final thoughts.
My final thoughts are definitely play Hide the Soul with the Mr. Nice Guy doll.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone.
That's a Chucky. That's a Chucky reference. Well, I mean the resurgence of Chucky. The guy who voices Chucky is actually helping write the script. Kudos to that. I'm enjoying that. I also want to give a huge shout out to Matthew Audet, who apparently just made an appearance in Maryland over the weekend, and he got a win with his tag team partner, whom I don't remember the name of, so don't at me. They won the Maryland Sports Fest tag titles. Oh, Maryland Sports Con, thank you. Maryland Sports Con tag team titles. That's another really localized, very localized promotion. It is not off the ground, so
Well, if he was in Maryland, he should have called me. He could have thrown down over here or whatever. Just
no,
saying.
because he's wonderful. He's making an appearance in Rhode Island next week as manager.
Oh. All right.
But he is the Maryland Sports Fest Tag Champion.
That's good.
Tag partner who I still can't remember the name though. Shout out to Adam Mahan for another successful title defense.
Is he still? What is he still? Is he still the H champion or whatever?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
He came up with the idea for that, just so you know.
Nice.
So he created his own belt and won it. Shout out to PWG. He successfully won a win over Grizzly, whatever his name was. Not Grizzly Adams, for those people that won't be smart asses. And shout out to I want to give a shout out to AC Smooth because he's the only one here who actually shows the respect to Tanahashi that the man deserves for everything he's done in that ring. He's not a playa hater like some of these other bitches around here.
Whatever. Anyway, Anthony, I think you just reacted to the same thing I'm reading. Yeah, I'm gonna take that as speculation, even if it does say Kushida's name on it. I want to see something official.
Yeah. Well, they've been approaching him, but I heard he declined.
Well,
I don't know. It seems like I'm reading him on Twitter. A lot of people saying he left his band.
well, he could. Who knows? For all we know, he could be going to Ring of Honor.
That's going to take more research. I didn't cover that today because there's still a lot of. I mean, if he's going to Ring of Honor, he's still going to be in New Japan, but he's at legendary status. He's like in and out anyway. And in and out is a very big term when it comes to all these tours they do. But anyways,
Hey, look, I can't connect. If we get Kushida versus O'Reilly,
That would be good. I wouldn't even be mad. His promo works are gonna.
Buddy Murphy versus Kushida.
oh my gosh.
Hey, you know what? How about all of 205 Live versus Katsuyori Shibata?
You're trying to murder guys now. You're trying to kill some people now. I think the only person who would actually stand a chance would be Hideo Itami.
Yeah, you mean
Kenta.
yeah, he. Yeah.
That is the only person who would actually stand a chance.
For some reason, I thought you said Akira Tozawa. I'm like,
What? No.
oh.
I said Hideo Itami. That's the only person who would stand a chance against him.
Why is the name spelled North Adams?
I don't know.
That's just how you spelled it. That's literally how you spelled it. All right, so anyways, guys, this has been another edition of Strong Cheek. We appreciate you all being here. As always, stay smooth. Don't stay golden because those guys are letting me down. The only one that's actually delivering right now has been the one and only Matthew Auday because all these other bitches keep losing. Got one over here tapping out. And AC Smooth, as always, you deliver a smooth win over your opponent. Kudos, respect. Maybe the Golden Warrior needs to be taking some notes from you for a change. But anyways, stay smooth. Get the Golden back together. Keep it savage. And we will see you. Go ahead.
See you.
I was hoping all both of you would say SCU.
Oh, shit.